Watching someone brag about their hot new stock picks while secretly carrying an $8,000 balance on their credit card is painful. It is like watching someone sprint toward a finish line while their house is on fire. People love the excitement of investing, but they do it before fixing their basic money problems. You wouldn't buy fancy insulation for a house that has no roof, right? After looking at thousands of bank accounts, I see this same ordering mistake destroy a decade of savings over and over again. If you watch this whole video, you will know exactly what order to move your money. Following that specific sequence alone can be worth 6 figures over your lifetime. The average person with an investment account still carries over $6,000 in high-interest debt at the exact same time. Most people are not missing good information. They are just doing things in the wrong order. Today's video is not a random list of tips. It is a step-by-step money sequence that you set up once and follow for the rest of your life. Getting this sequence backward costs the average person between $47,000 and $80,000 over 30 years. Building wealth is just like building a real house. You do not hang up the drywall before you pour the concrete foundation. Step 3 is where most financial advice gets it completely backward, and Step 5 is a special account that 90% of eligible people never even touch. Let's fix your sequence today. The very first step in the money sequence is the one that almost everyone skips: building a real emergency fund. Most people think savings accounts are boring, so they ignore them. Let's reframe how you look at this money. This cash is not just savings, it is psychological armor. When life throws a major curveball at you, this fund is the only thing that stops you from selling your investments at the worst possible moment. If you do not have this safety net, you will be forced to make panicked financial choices. Those rushed choices usually end up costing you way more money than the original emergency itself. Think of this fund as a path with clear milestones. You do not need to save a mountain of cash overnight. You start small by aiming for a $1,000 starter fund. Once you hit that goal, you push forward to save 1 full month of your living expenses. Next, you work your way up to 3 months. Finally, you cross the finish line with a fully funded emergency cushion that can cover 3 to 6 months of your needs. There is some surprising data behind this. Scientific studies show that people with even $400 in quick, liquid cash make measurably better long-term financial decisions than people without it. Having that tiny bit of breathing room changes how your brain processes risk. It moves you out of survival mode so you can finally start thinking about the future. Turn your boring savings into armor before you do anything else. Once your armor is on, it is time to look at the massive hole draining your money every month. There is a guaranteed 24% return waiting for you right now, but almost nobody is taking it. Let's look at the simple math. Paying off a credit card with a 24% annual percentage rate is exactly the same as getting a guaranteed 24% return on your money. To put that into perspective, Warren Buffett is one of the greatest investors of all time, and his lifetime average return is only around 20%. By killing your debt, you are beating the best investor in the world. Let's look at a specific dollar example to see how this hurts you. If you carry a $5,000 balance on a card with a 24% interest rate, that debt costs you $1,200 a year just to stand completely still. That is $100 every single month melting away into nothing. Let's compare that to the stock market. The standard benchmark comparison is the S&P 500, which tracks the biggest companies in America. Its historical average return is only about 10%. Paying off your high-interest debt beats the stock market by more than double, and it comes with zero risk. To wipe this debt out completely, you need a smart plan. The mathematically optimal path is a named method called the Avalanche Method. With this strategy, you list all your debts from the highest interest rate to the lowest interest rate. You put all your extra money toward the card with the highest rate first while paying the bare minimum on the others. Once that top card is dead, you roll all that money into the next highest rate. Some people prefer other ways to pay off what they owe. The snowball method feels better, but the avalanche method makes you richer. Choose the one that puts the most cash back in your pocket. I am about to completely contradict myself, but there is one giant exception to the debt rule we just talked about. If your employer offers a match on your 401k retirement contributions, you must grab that money before you pay a single extra dollar toward your debt. Let's look at the mathematical case for why this makes sense. If your company offers a 50% match on up to 6% of your salary, that is an immediate 50% return on your money. Absolutely nothing in the financial world beats a 50% return. Not even your 24% credit card debt. Let's look at a concrete example to see how this works out in real life. Imagine you make a $60,000 salary. If you make a 6% contribution to your retirement account, that means $3,600 a year comes out of your paycheck. Because of the match, your employer hands you an extra $1,800 of totally free money every single year. If you skip this step to pay off your credit card first, you are literally leaving free cash on the table. However, there is a major caveat to this rule. You should only contribute up to the exact amount your employer will match and not a single dollar beyond it. If you put in 7% when they only match up to 6%, that extra 1% is not getting a free bonus anymore. We can solve this dual priority problem easily. You contribute exactly to the match threshold so you get all the free money, and then you immediately redirect every other extra dollar back to your high interest debt. Get your free match first, then crush your debt. This is where most people's financial plan ends, but yours is just getting started. Welcome to the tax optimization zone. Now that your high interest debt is gone, we are going to use the government's rules to shield your growing wealth from taxes. Our primary vehicle is a health savings account, or HSA, if your health insurance plan makes you eligible for one. An HSA beats every other account in existence because it is triple tax advantaged. First, the money you put in reduces your income taxes today. Second, that money grows completely tax-free inside the account. Third, you can withdraw the money completely tax-free to pay for medical expenses. Nothing else gives you all three of those benefits at once. Once you put money there, your next stop is an individual retirement account, which people call an IRA. For 2026, the IRS allows you to put up to $7,500 a year into an IRA if you are under 50 years old. If you are 50 or older, you can add an extra $1,100 as a catch-up contribution. Just keep in mind that the IRS adjusts these exact limits slightly over time, and I will always keep you updated on those shifts. When you open an IRA, you have to choose between a Roth or a traditional account. This choice comes down to one simple question. Will you be in a higher or lower tax bracket when you retire? Answering that is actually a genuinely complicated guess because nobody knows what future tax laws will look like. Fortunately, we can use a practical heuristic to make this choice easy. If you are under 40 years old and your income is still growing, you should lean toward a Roth IRA. With a Roth account, you pay taxes on the money now, but it grows and comes out completely tax-free later when you are richer. If you are truly uncertain about what the future holds, you can use an honest hedge. Just split your contributions right down the middle between both accounts. This protects you no matter how the tax laws change down the road. We have finally made it to the most underutilized account in all of personal finance. This is the secret account that almost nobody opens, even though it is the single most powerful money tool available. I am talking about using a health savings account as a stealth investment vehicle. Let's look at all the incredible benefits up front. You get pre-tax contributions that lower your tax bill today, your money enjoys completely tax-free growth over time, and you get tax-free withdrawals for medical costs. Unlike standard flexible spending accounts, there is absolutely no use it or lose it rule at the end of the year. Your balance stays yours forever. And the best part is that you can invest the cash in the stock market just like a regular brokerage account. There is a small eligibility gate you have to clear first. To open this account, you must be enrolled in a high deductible health plan. If your insurance fits that description, you are clear to make the ultimate financial power move. Instead of spending your account balance on doctor visits today, you pay for your current medical expenses out of pocket with regular cash. You scan and save every single medical receipt in a safe place. Then, you let your account money sit and grow untouched for decades. Because the government places no time limit on when you must claim a reimbursement, you can withdraw decades of tax-free growth later down the road to pay yourself back for those old bills. Let's look at a 30-year compounding example to see how massive this can get. If you invest $3,850 every single year for 30 years and earn an average 8% return, your account will grow to around $470,000. That is nearly $500,000 of completely tax-free money. That huge sum is more than enough to cover the average American's lifetime healthcare costs with plenty of room to spare. Do not let this account sit empty. We have finally reached the finish line, which, ironically, is the exact place most viewers try to make their starting line. I am talking about standard taxable brokerage accounts. When you first decided to get smart with your money, you probably thought your only job was to open a brokerage account and buy some index funds. Let's name the big trap here. This account is incredibly seductive because it gives you total flexibility and has absolutely no contribution limits. That freedom tricks people into skipping every single step we just talked about. Let's look at some head-to-head math to see why skipping ahead is a terrible idea. Imagine putting $500 every month into a standard taxable account versus putting that same $500 into the tax advantage accounts from our earlier steps. Over 30 years, the constant drag of paying taxes on your gains will literally erase between $80,000 and $120,000 of real wealth from your pocket. However, let's flip this around. Once you have actually maxed out steps 1 through 5, taxable brokerage accounts become genuinely powerful tools. Since you have already shielded your baseline wealth from the government, you can now enjoy an account with no caps, no rigid withdrawal rules, and full liquidity to use your cash whenever you want. Let's do a quick recap of the entire money sequence so you never forget it. First, build your emergency fund armor. Second, destroy your high-interest debt using the Avalanche Method. Third, grab your free employer match. Fourth, max out your tax-free IRA and HSA accounts. Then, and only then, do you open up that taxable brokerage account. By following this path, your financial identity completely changes. You are not just a random investor guessing at stocks anymore. You are someone who builds real, lasting wealth in the exact right order. The version of you sitting around 30 years from now is not going to be successful just because they got lucky. They will be successful because they sat down, watched this video, and actually listened to the blueprint.